Now, Piers Morgan, a British broadcaster and writer, is at it again, churning out hot takes faster than we could expect. This time he's taken a swipe at the Sussexes while simultaneously trying to polish Charles and Camilla's tarnished tour. But let's be real, shall we? His attempt to paint the royal visit as a roaring success is about as convincing as a cardboard crown. Thousands flocking to see the royal couple. Please, the photos tell a different story. It's giving empty opera house vibes. And don't even get me started on his claim that Harry and Meghan's smear campaign has flopped. Wasn't it Piers himself who stirred the racial pot, naming names in the royal racist saga? Piers Morgan himself identified Charles and Kate as royal racists. He was the one who stipulated the whole storyline. One can't help but wonder what's really happening beneath this frothy media mess. Is Piers genuinely Team Charles and Camilla, or is he just stirring up dramas? Either way, it's clear the royal drama is far from over. Royal Racism Row, reignited, Piers Morgan's misguided defence of Charles and Camilla. Let's dish about that whole Sussex racism claims, shall we? Meghan and Harry revealed a lot of things about the monarchy's unethical practices with the Oprah Winfrey interview some years back. They dropped that racism bomb like it was hot, leaving everyone wondering which royal had been playing Guess the Baby's skin tone. The whole tabloids and the Windsors are a total bunch of racists. But here's the kicker. Piers Morgan seems to think he's doing Charles and Camilla a favour by wading into this mess. He's out there claiming the Sussexes' campaign to smear the royals has flopped. But hold your horses, Piers. Didn't you basically call out Charles and Kate as the alleged royal racists yourself? It's like he's forgotten his own part in this royal soap opera. The whole thing reeks of that typical British journalist move, you know, where they pretend to defend the Windsors while actually fanning the flames. It's all a calculated move to stir up controversy and keep the royal drama alive in the media. The collaboration of the British media and the royal family blurs lines of truth and sensationalism, but come on folks, we all know who the real villain is in this whole never-ending saga. Royal Rift, Piers Morgan's take on Charles, Camilla and Sussex allegations. Piers Morgan, ever the thorn in the Sussexes' side, is at it again, folks. He's been banging on about Harry and Meghan's smear campaign against Charles and Camilla, claiming it's fallen flat on its face. But let's be real here. Morgan's got about as much objectivity on this as he has been gunning for Meghan since she ghosted him, and now he's painting the King and Queen as victims of some grand Sussex conspiracy. It's absurd, isn't it? This is the same guy who's been dismissing racism claims left and right, acting like he's the arbiter of what counts as prejudice. He's waving away Harry and Meghan's experiences faster than you can say unconscious bias. It's classic Piers, all bluster and no nuance. You've got to wonder if he's seeing the same royal tour we are. Let's not forget the tour was marred by a series of unfortunate incidents that cast a shadow over the visit. There were protests that highlighted ongoing tensions and criticism of the monarchy. Demonstrators made their voices heard, and the entire tour experienced several hiccups that call into question the royal family. Royal public events were disrupted by protesters using the visit as an opportunity to call for the abolition of the monarchy altogether. Piers Morgan claiming that Charles and Camilla's tour flopped due to the Sussexes is deliberately misleading the public and distorting facts to tarnish the image of the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. It is crystal clear that he is trying to spin the narrative into guilt-tripping to benefit the royals. This is insane. Piers is a confused element. One minute he's pals with Camilla, next he's throwing Charles under the bus. He literally termed them as royal racists. Charles and Camilla are playing it cool, or maybe they're just frozen in place, while Piers flip-flops between defender and accuser. It's enough to make your head spin, really. We all know Meghan and Harry did not deserve that racist treatment from the royal family and the constant attacks from the British media. It is all a campaign to divert attention from failures and the defence mechanism by royalists to avoid closure of real issues within their monarchy. Even with their bestie Piers Morgan trying to polish this tarnished crown, it is evident that his dramatic shift raises a lot of questions. He openly criticised and attacked the Windsors. He has kept the royals in the spotlight again, but this time by pointing out their negativity. And let's not forget the Sussexes' racism claims aren't going away, no matter how many times Piers tries to distract and deflect them away. His ability to oppose the monarchy and then suddenly jump to their defence is deliberately confusing and in pursuit of attention and influence. That's all we expect from Piers Morgan, an opportunistic media personality more interested in stirring up controversy than shining light on the truth. royal drama echoes of Diana in Sussex. You know, it's impossible not to draw parallels between the Sussex's experience and what Princess Diana went through, isn't it? I mean, talk about history repeating itself. The way Meghan and Harry have been treated by the press, and let's face it, certain members of the royal family. It's like we're watching a rerun of Diana's struggles. And let's not forget how the public's perception of the royals has taken a hit. People aren't blind. They see how outsiders who marry into the firm are treated badly. It's a bit rich, isn't it, watching King Charles and Camilla swan about on tour while Harry and Meghan's claims of racism within the family are still hanging in the air. The royals might be trying to sweep it under the rug, but the public's not buying it. It's all a bit of a mess, really. And it makes you wonder if the monarchy will ever truly modernize, or if they're just stuck in their old ways, doomed to repeat the same mistakes over and over. Piers Morgan, ever the thorn in the Sussex's side, is at it again, folks. He's been hammering away at Meghan and Harry. It's no secret that Morgan's got a bee in his bonnet about these two, and he's not about to let up anytime soon. His latest tirade? A full-on assault on the Sussex camp's racism claims, with King Charles and Queen Camilla caught in the crossfire. Morgan's been firing off tweets and TV rants faster. The tension between Morgan and the Sussexes is so thick, Morgan had fiercely accused the royal family of mistreating Meghan Markle, the Duchess of Sussex. However, in a surprising turn of events, he seemingly retracted his critical views and taken a more sympathetic view towards the very institution he once vehemently condemned. We all know the institution is biased, and the tendency of discriminatory practices within it is seriously high. This plot twist isn't ending anytime soon. We all know they are techniques used by the royal family and British media to make the Sussexes look bad, and Piers Morgan is actually keeping the flames of controversy burning. Royal drama unfolds. Media magnifies monarch's missteps. Piers Morgan is stirring the royal pot with his usual lies. He's out trying to polish the tarnished crowns of Charles and Camilla after their flopped Australian tour. But here's the rub. Morgan is banging on about thousands turning up for the Royal Roadshow, but the snapshots tell a different tale. And let's not forget how he's oddly fixated on quoting Lydia Thorpe's protest spiel. Is this some sort of journalistic sleight of hand, a way to critique without getting his hands dirty? Meanwhile, the broader media circus is having a field day, juggling the ongoing royal soap opera with the finesse of a clown on a unicycle. The royal family's image is taking hit after hit. Between the Sussex drama, those racism claims that just won't quit, and now this yawn fest of a tour, they're probably sweating bullets trying to figure out how to spin this one. You all know it's going to be a mess, but you just can't look away. The question is, how many more of these lukewarm receptions can the monarchy weather before something's got to give? The public's perception of the royals has taken a significant hit. Camilla's been in the hot seat lately. The Queen has been under the microscope more than ever, with folks picking apart her every move, the crown without the crowd's affection, right? It's no secret they've been trying to polish up her image. Piers Morgan's out there swinging for the fences, trying to paint Charles and Camilla as the victims in this whole racism saga. But you know, it's all games, twists and turns from the monarchy. The more he defends them, the more you've got to wonder what's really going on behind those palace walls. Morgan's idea of addressing seems to be more about dismissing than discussing. But, let's be real, expecting the Windsors to admit fault is not easy. It's just not in their nature, folks. This is a delicate dance, and the public is watching, wondering if the royals will ever truly grapple with their troubling past and present. Clearly, the Windsors have a long way to go when it comes to reckoning with their continued trouble on matters of racism and constant scrutiny. Lastly, the potential reasons for Piers Morgan defending the royals could be rooted in his own bias and the royal family's intent on maintaining their image at all costs, fueled by their own complex interplay of situations.